Hello, welcome back to Chelsea Lee Reads. It's been a minute since I've done a video, so I'm gonna do a quick update on my January reads, and then talk about what I read in February and my plans for March. I could put this in separate videos, but I don't feel like it. So, here we go. I went. So, in January, I read My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Fredrik Backman. I gave that 5 stars. That was for my In Real Life book club. And then I also read The Secrets You Keep by Kate White. I gave that 3 stars. That was for another book club I'm a part of. It was okay. Like, it wasn't bad. I'm not upset that I read it, but the ending was too long and it took longer than it needed to resolve things. And like, it resolved and then there was more to the book and it's just, no, stop. And then I listened to I listened to The Secrets You Keep on audiobook through Hoopla. And then I listened to Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall. And it was fantastic. I gave it 5 stars. I love the characters in that book. And I will be finishing the series. So Husband Material is out, and there's another one coming out, I think, this year. So I'm excited to read the rest of those. I'll probably listen to those as well because the narrator was fantastic. I'll put up here who the narrator was. Then I read The Reading List as a part of a different online book club I'm part of, and The Violin Conspiracy. Those are both part for the same book club. I enjoyed both of them. The Reading List was like it's a book for readers. You know what I mean? Like, it was a story of this list of books that people, multiple characters, find and read, and they all connect in the real world, and it was a lovely book. Violin Conspiracy appealed to my musician side, and the talk of auditions and practicing and all of that was well researched because the author like lived it. Like, this is what he did with his life, you know, in school and stuff. And so I really enjoyed both of those. I gave them 4 stars. I also listened to His and Hers by Alice Feeney. I gave that 4 stars. I read The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry, which I gave 4 stars as well. That was my first Gabrielle Zevin, and I enjoyed A.J. Fikry. Then I read A Man Called Uva. So, A Man Called Otto came out in the movies with Tom Hanks. So I was trying to read Uva before I went to see the movie. And I got about halfway through before my movie date. And then I went home and finished the book. Because A Man Called Otto was such a good movie. If you've read Uva and have not seen Otto, I highly recommend it. It was very well done. Tom Hanks is fantastic. And the lady who plays the main female character, his neighbor, was incredible. I thoroughly enjoyed both of their performances. It was a great movie, and I'm glad I watched it. And then I came home and finished the book, and like, it didn't really spoil anything for me. It just made me like it even more. So that was January. So I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books in January, which I was very proud of. And February actually has been really good as well. I started Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney in January and finished it in February. I listened to that and gave it 4 stars. The more I listened to Alice Feeney and other like thriller domestic thrillers, all those kind of books, the more I'm trying to guess what happened, and the better I'm getting at it. I got more right, and sometimes I lie, than I thought I would. But then, like, even more things happened, and I was like, what? It was so good. And then I read Legends and Lattes. And let me just tell you, that book is the coziest of books. I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. And, like, the people that go into it thinking it's some high fantasy quest thing and they're expecting more out of it, don't expect more out of it. It is perfect the way it is, and it is exactly what it is supposed to be. Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree is cozy and funny and happy. Of course there's conflict. There has to be conflict. But it's not such high stakes conflict that you're like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? No, it was fantastic, and I will read. I mean, I'm hoping there's going to be sequels. But whatever Travis Baldree writes, I will probably read. So, lovely job. I gave it 5 stars, if you couldn't guess. And then I read In 5 Years by Rebecca Serle. I gave that one 4.5 stars. It was good. It was a romance that was almost not a romance. It's also about friendship and things like that. And it was a lovely little book. I liked it a lot. It was short. It was an easy read. I think I read it in like one day. I read it in one day, one sitting. It was great. Then I finished up a nonfiction book called My Money, My Way by Kumiko Love. I found she is the founder of The Budget Mom, and I found her on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or something like that three or maybe 4 years ago. Probably 3 years ago. My husband and I were in a rocky place with our finances, and we knew something had to change, and I am so exceedingly grateful for The Budget Mom and her budget by paycheck method and the tools she gave for free to help people on their financial journeys and lead them. Like, it has changed our lives. We would not have been able to buy this house without her help and guidance. Like, she personally did not take my hand and like lead me through the steps, but like I did the work. But the fact that she is willing to give those supplies and resources for free was amazing. Like, I'm indebted to her for the rest of my life. So I finished her book, and it is a great tool for those that need something hands-on with step-by-step, and like she gives you homework at the end of each chapter. It was great. So if that's something that you're looking for, check her out. Kumiko Love, The Budget Mom, and the book is My Money, My Way. She was great. And then I read People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. It's the only Emily Henry, I think, that I haven't read until her new book coming out this April, which I have already pre-ordered because I will read anything that she writes because she's incredible. So I gave that one 5 stars, just in case you couldn't guess. And then I read Written in the Stars by Alexandria Bellafleur. I gave that one 4 stars. It's a sweet sapphic romance. The two female leads. It's an enemies to lovers sort of book. And it was just so sweet. I found myself like doing this a lot, like, oh. So I really enjoyed that one. And I'll look for more of her books. I believe that's part of a series as well that follows different characters that you meet in Written in the Stars. So I'll probably look for those as well. And then I read A Quiet Life by Ethan Joella, I think it is. That was a sweet little book. It reminded me a lot of the reading list, where lots of different characters that you meet wind up being connected in some way, which was lots of fun. I really like those books. I gave that one 4 stars. And then my last book that I will probably finish for February was Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I gave it 3.5 stars. I think I just expected a lot out of this book, and by the end of the book, I just didn't really like the characters all that much. It's a good book, and I know that there are a lot of people out there that really love it. I enjoyed the video game aspect of it, and like the world building in the video games, and like the behind the scenes of the video game world. My husband and I play video games a lot, and I thought that part was really cool. But the 2 main characters, I just wound up not really enjoying, which was sad. I was upset about that, but I mean, it wasn't bad. I'm not upset that I read it. I read it in one sitting on the day before my book club, so I'm glad I sort of had to sit down and make myself read it in that one day before I went to a book club meeting about it, because I'm not sure if I had put it down that I would have picked it up a few days later, if that makes sense. It's a beautiful book. The cover's gorgeous. It's fine. But yeah, so that is what I have completed for January and February. What I'm in the middle of right now is I'm listening to I Know Who You Are, another Alice Feeney. I'm about a third of the way through it, I think, and it's starting to get really interesting. It took me a minute to get into it because, you know, you gotta build the characters and let you know what's going on and blah, 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 blah. So I am enjoying that one so far. And then I'm about 50 maybe pages into The Minuscule Mansion of Myra Malone by Audrey Burgess. It's a book that I've borrowed from the library. Someone on BookTube mentioned it, and I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. So I put it on my hold list, and it came through, so that's what I'm reading right now. For March, my in real life book club is reading Watership Down, which I'm very excited about. My sister-in-law loves that book. It's her favorite book. She reads it every year, and so I'm excited to hopefully see why she likes it. Then in my other in real life book club, we're going to read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I'm also very excited about. I think it will be my first Taylor Jenkins read, if I'm remembering correctly. So I'm excited to delve into that world and see what her writing is all about. And I've heard very good things about this book, about The 7 Husbands. So I'm very excited about that. There's a online book club that I'm a part of that's reading The Children on the Hill. I'm going to try and get that from the library and read that for the end of the month meeting. The Books and Lala buzzword challenge for March is Secrets. And so I'm planning on reading The Ladies of the Secret Circus, which I found in a cute little bookshop when I was on vacation, I think at the beach this past summer. And it's not a little book, so I'm hoping I'll get through it because it's for a challenge. But I'm very excited to read it. I'm excited to read a lot of things. I enjoy reading, and I can't think of any other words other than excited. I'm looking forward to reading it. And then what I have planned, this is what I have planned. We'll see if I get there. The Ensemble, Babel by R.F. Kuang. I'm very excited. What We Were Promised, spoiler alert, After I Do, which I believe is another Taylor Jenkins read, and The Test. The Test is like itty bitty. It's only not, it's like 75 pages or something like that. So I'm doing that for like a shortest book on your list prompt for a challenge. And then there are books that I have meant to read since the beginning of the year. Cloud Cuckoo Land, A Tale for the Time Being, Wicked Saints, The Wise Man's Fear, The Hating Game, Head Over Heels, The Unhoneymooners, You, Me, and the Sea, and Just Haven't Met You Yet. I've put all of those on previous TBRs since the beginning of the year for different reasons. And so I know I'm not going to get to all of those, but I'd like to make a little bit of a dent in those if I can. So definitely for March, Watership Down, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, The Ladies of the Secret Circus, and then those others that I'm hoping to get to, and we'll see if like the mood strikes for something specific or what. I'm sort of sad I've not been doing my star jar, but I'm trying to do these challenges and it's hard to match whatever I might pull from the star jar to the challenges. Let me know what you think. Should I do my star jar and try to match those books to the challenge, or just go with what I've already planned for the most of the year and just stick with that? I apologize for the lighting and the state of myself. I just wanted to get a quick video up and let you know where I am. So that is a 3-month update in one video. So thank you for sticking around, and I will see you at the end of March. Bye, guys.